Hi, this is Kong of Team DXR. This is all you need to know about day 2 of the Neo race.
We sold loads of sweets and the hoodies are going well.
I don't have big ears, Phil.
I am happy, estoy feliz.
Well, hello, welcome to day 2 at the Neo. We've got our teeth well and truly stuck into the qualifying now. Rawr. Let's get down to some pit chat.
For me, generally at the meeting, it's going very average.
I wish it was better, to be honest, but I got 11th in the first round.
So far, so good.
Been going great so far since qualifying started. Cars have been awesome, so I'm really happy.
I'm just struggling a little bit for consistency on the track.
I haven't looked at overall. The run was decent, just one little error on the last lap, but quite happy.
I just got to stay calm out there and try not to push. I seem to go faster when I don't push, so.
Tyres is always the main talking point in Neo buggy.
Tyres is strange. I mean, in the cold and the low grip, you'd think we need our softest tyre, but actually we're reaching for the one stiffer.
I'm using a clay per line, and they are working quite well, so far.
I don't really know. That's why I'm wandering around, having a look, being nosy, trying to find out some maybe secret stuff.
Tires, I started out yesterday with the super soft compound, but we saw quite quickly that it wasn't the right compound for the track, so we went with the clay compound. And after that, I was just stuck with a typo clay tire, which has been working really good so far.
And last year, tires, I think we were off. No one brought clay, and that ended up being what was working. This year, obviously, we brought lots of clay tires, and it's working really well.
I ran clays the whole time. I ran chain links, typos. So I ended up going back to typos today since the track just looked a little bit cleaner, and they just are a faster tire to drive.
Changing a lot of settings on the car to kind of cope with the track?
We haven't, but I think that's gone against us. It was really good yesterday, and come to today, maybe the track's changed a little bit, and now we're struggling a bit more. We need to improve it a little bit better.
Yesterday night I changed the diffs, oils, shocks, and they were perfect.
We made some changes to the shock package for today, and it was way better and easier to drive the car.
Mainly in the rear, we're just trying to find that extra little bit that we need.
JQ, what can you tell us about the controversy that's going on with you and Hobbico and the Armour brand?
I don't really know what I can tell you officially on the...
Just tell us off the record then. No one's listening.
Okay, since no one's watching, I think they're idiots.
Who are idiots?
Hobbico.
Okay, tell me why.
Not like all of them, probably just the guy who sent the letter. Because I'm hoping what happened was they realized that, hey, this is really silly. Obviously this JQ Racing brand from Finland is doing something new for RC. They got a big outside sponsor, energy drink. This is something positive for RC, right? Why would we want to shut that down? They have nothing to lose. It's an energy drink, got nothing to do with RC. Yes, the names are similar, but no one's going to mix them up, right? No one. So I think what happened was some lawyer just saw, oh, Armour up, let's send out the letter. And now whoever knows something about RC racing realized, oh, this was a mistake, let's just bury it. That's what I hope.
You're here with the logos, you're standing firm. You're staying with the Armour Energy sponsorship.
Yeah, of course, no matter what they do, I will. But you know what's crazy? I was thinking about it on the flight over. If you had told me, maybe even like 5 years ago, or even 3 years ago, that I would be in this situation. Like, I can spend my winters in California, avoid the cold weather. I have an energy drink sponsor. I've got a race van all wrapped. I can drive around to the races with that. Our pit setup looks really good. Our team looks good. So the car is working really well now. So I have a good product too. If you had told me that, I'd be like, man, that's my dream. Like, I'm living my dream. Now I'm in it. I'm like still frustrated. I'm not satisfied. Like, this isn't right. That's not right. Isn't that weird how first you want something, then you get it, and then it's, nah, it's not good enough.
If you could just pick any pro driver, just drive for JQ, who do you think you'd go for?
I would probably pick Ty Tessman. Like, he has a good attitude, he's a nice kid, good family, he can win any race.
He's the world champion.
There's no way you could hate him, right? With me, a lot of people hate me, obviously. I mean, some people like me too. But with him, it's like, how can you hate the guy, right? I already told him, look, when the hits the fan, just email me. We'll see what we can do. I mean, we got energy drinks now, so who knows?
JQ there, it seems the world is his oyster, but has it been his day on the track?
It's been a case of up and downs. I think he was at his highest sitting around 15th after round 2. Now he's 19th after round 3. He's doing pretty okay considering his winters in California.
Well, as you'd expect, the tyre cheating chat rumbled on in the pits, but have no fear, the rubber cops are on it.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
So how are you doing? It's nice to check in with the Source Police. What's your role here?
I'm here to just check the tires and such and see so there are fair competition.
Okay, do you think it's an important thing to be done?
It's a really big advantage in some ways if you source the tires, and if you really know how to do it, then you get a big advantage. So of course I think it's for a fair game, it's important.
And you've flown in from Sweden to do this, right? So it's obviously an important role. Do you have experience in this field?
Yeah, I've been in some technical scrutineering at Worlds, and I've also been involved in the federations, both international and national, for several years. So yeah.
I've seen him walking around, sniffing a few things.
Well, when we go down, they always check everyone's tyres. I think it's good, it's about time.
What sort of things do you actually do to check, and can you really tell?
Yeah, well, most of it is smelling actually, and feeling. Because we also have looked at say original rubbers that has been new from boxes, so we can compare a little. And that's what we can do without having a full laboratory on site.
Does it make you nervous when they come round looking?
Absolutely. I always put my WD-40 away. No, of course not.
Do you think maybe it can ever be got rid of completely?
No, unfortunately not. As long as it's money involved, it will always be people to stretch everything to the limit.
Truly setting an example to race organisers across the world. But these racers are a hard-to-please bunch, and this positions on the stand business, it's not going away, Phil. Let's take a look.
They made me drive and practice all day from the left side of the stand, and then I seated good and nitro buggy, and I had to go all the way to the other side of the stand.
I think for me, I saw the track in a completely different way on the left side of the driver's stand.
Getting used to where I moved to on the driver's stand, which I'm sure you've heard already.
And for sure, it took some laps to get used to it.
I went from 3 to 13, so it's a complete different perspective.
Yesterday I was down the left-hand side of the driver's stand, and I struggled on the right-hand side of the track. But when I TQ, I'll be back on number 1 for semi-final, so I'll have to get used to it again, but we'll see what happens.
It has been the same thing every year, so I don't know why everybody complains.
Well, wise words there from the young runner folk, but Phil, why? Why?
You know, rules are rules. It's a pretty tightly packed driver's stand, and, you know, rules.
Okay, let's take a look at a few top performing drivers from today. Who you got, Phil?
Obviously, top 3, Cav, Lutz and Elliot Boots. I'd like to say a shout out to Renner Savoya in 4th. He's been really excelling in the TLR ride. You know, obviously recently switched from HP, but it's hard to, you know, dispute Cav's stranglehold on this event thus far with 3 TQs so far.
Thus far, so he's TQ overall?
Yeah, he is.
He is. So it's also play for to see who's going to be on pole in Semi B.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all could change going into Monday for sure. Lutz, as you've spoken with him earlier, he's always said that he's not looking for TQ. He's just going to be there, and he's playing the long game. He's been at Neo many, many times, so he knows how it works. You don't need to do the crescendo too early on.
Boots aggressive on track.
Yeah, aggressive. It's always his style. He seems to be excelling on this sort of grip levels where he can actually show off some of his awesome driving style. In the years past, I think it's been slightly restrained, but the guy is super fast. You know, he's not European champion by accident.
Well, we spoke to Thibaut on the first day and he had one thing in mind, and that was to take back his crown. Is it happening for him?
So far in qualifying, there or thereabouts. He's had a few patchy runs, especially I think in round 2. But, you know, judging by his Dash for Cash, which is just run, he's going to be on it.
Well, that's just about it. Please watch the final day of qualifying live all day here on neobuggy.net. All there is left to say is good night.
Good night.
Night.